Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to cut out on the plain fabric here. I'm going to cut out one of these pieces so that you can understand how to do it. Again, if you know how to sew well, then you can just zip past this. But for those of you that want to learn how to do this isn't like Sewing 101. This is just to show you how to do these masks, but it's going to make it easier for you to understand, okay, if I go slow. So you're going to cut along the raw line. This is called the raw edge here. This right here is this dotted line. This is your sewing line. You don't want to cut on that. When you cut this pattern out, you don't want to cut, on the dotted lines, which you might think you should. You don't. That's your stitch line. So cut it out, set it on your fabric. I want you to make sure that your fabric is doubled. So when we go to cut out the printed fabric like this, you're going to fold it in half so that your printed fabric is showing and your inside is closed, okay? So you fold it in half that way. For your plain fabric, of course, that doesn't matter. So just so you know how to cut this out, you might be new to this, set your pattern down on your fabric. And, most of us use pins to keep it down on the fabric. Move this a little closer. But I'm not going to need to use pins, but for you guys, because you're learning here, we're going to go slow, you might want to pin it, okay? So it's just about setting your pattern down on your fabric and then pinning. So you would pin around the edge, just like that. Just go all the way around. The whole idea is that you're keeping your your pattern onto your fabric, so it doesn't go flying around. All right, now we're going to cut out. Now that one's not very straight. It's okay. The fabric is not printed, so it doesn't matter that it's not totally straight. Cut it out. We can get rid of some of the excess fabric there. And then just go ahead and cut out your fabric. Cut around the edges of your pattern. Very simple. Okay, and so there you are. And that's how you cut it out. Get rid of your pins. And now you have both sides. So to kind of give you a little prelude of how this is going to look, just removing your pattern pieces, we're going to hand stitch along the side of the rounded edge. We're going to stitch from the little corner all the way to the edge here, all over around the top, okay? But you're going to turn it inside out in order to do the stitching. So turn it inside out, get your little round edge up there, just like so, match it up, and get your little points together, okay? And now we're going to start sewing. Now, this one you don't need to worry about because it's just a plain fabric. There's no print on it, so just leave it the way it is, okay?